My name is Dr. Nevin Allan. I was born and raised in Lubbock, Texas. I went to the University of Texas at Austin, where I majored in biology. Following undergrad, I went on to attend Arizona School of Dentistry and Oral Health. During my time there, I earned a DMD as well as a certificate in public health. My husband, who I had met in dental school, was accepted to residency in Louisville, Kentucky. So I moved with him to Louisville and I worked for 1 year as a general dentist at a family practice. While I was there, I quickly realized that I preferred working with children and adolescents, so I decided to pursue a pediatric dental residency. So I applied to several programs in my area, and luckily I was accepted and I matched at University of Louisville School of Dentistry, so I didn't have to relocate, which was great. During residency, I was elected chief resident. I earned a pediatric dental certificate as well as a Master of Science in Dentistry. Following residency, I moved to Austin, Texas. So currently I'm a pediatric dentist. I've been in practice for over 10 years. I still live in Austin. I am a member of several dental organizations, including American Academy of Pediatric Dentistry, Texas Dental Association, and American Dental Association, among some others. So I try to make it a habit to attend meetings. I also think it's really important to stay on top of continuing education. So I, always try to make sure that I'm staying current with the latest innovations and information. So while I was an undergrad at UT Austin, I was elected Vice President of Women in Science. I was also awarded Most Likely to be Scientific on TV with that same organization. I was also chosen to be a sexual health peer advisor. Basically, we would set up office hours and we would have students come and ask us questions about their reproductive health. That was a really important experience because it helped me realize my passion for mentoring. So that was definitely a pivotal moment for me. I'm very glad that I participated in that. I was also a member of several honor societies while at UT. In dental school, we also did a lot of volunteering, a couple projects that come to mind. I was the project leader and screener for the San Carlos Apache Reservation Dentistry in the Community project. I was also an active volunteer for Give Kids a Smile. While I was in residency, I was elected chief resident. And we did a lot of volunteering at underserved clinics in the community. And I was also selected to present my research project at the American Academy of Pediatric Dentistry annual session during residency. In dental school, I think it's really important to stay organized and to study a little bit each day. You cannot leave everything to the last minute. That's definitely a recipe for disaster. I also think it's really important not to get discouraged in simulation clinic. Once you get into that clinical portion of your training, it's definitely a learning curve. It's something you have to get used to. So you want to be patient with yourself. You want to stick with it. You're having to use a totally different part of your brain, especially when you're learning how to work with a mirror so you can see certain teeth. That's something that you probably have never done before. So you want to try not to get frustrated and just stick with it, and you'll eventually get the hang of it. I think it's really important to volunteer while you're in school. I know it's difficult to find the time, but you really want to prioritize that because it's a really good way to make sure that you're developing your clinical skills and also a good way to get to know people in your community. So when it comes to dental school consulting, I'd like to think I'm really good at putting people at ease and making them feel comfortable. I definitely take the time to get to know them, make them feel comfortable so that they're less stressed. I'd like to think that I'm a good listener and I'm empathetic. I think it's really important to actively listen to your students so they feel seen and heard, and that way they'll open up to you and you can really get to know them. And they can just feel like, they can trust you and they can feel at ease with you. I also am talented at identifying what makes candidates unique. So when you're applying to dental school, there's going to be a lot of other students with your same competitive credentials. So it's really important to make yourself stand out through your essays and personal statement. So I really take the time to get to know the students so I can highlight what makes them stand out and what makes them different. So when it comes to my strengths as a counselor, I try to make sure I make myself available to my students. I know that, this can be a stressful time, so it really helps to just be flexible and be there for your students. I have seen it all when it comes to dental school applications. I have a lot of experience with that. I've seen, a lot of different types of essay prompts and questions. So I definitely feel prepared, and I feel like I'm seasoned, and I can definitely help a variety of students achieve their goals. And lastly, I try to treat you like a friend. I want to keep the process semi-informal so that you can, look forward to our calls and we can really get to know each other and just, feel at ease. First and foremost, I've been in your shoes. I know what it's like to go through this process. I want to try to make that process easier for somebody else. I wish I would have had somebody. Secondly, I love dentistry as a career. I've been very fortunate to be a dentist for over 10 years. I love it. I think it's a great career. You can achieve great work-life balance. You get to work with your hands. So I just want to share the gift of dentistry with other people. I think it's just important to establish future colleagues and help grow the profession as a whole. And lastly, I think it's really important to give back. I was fortunate to have some mentors and professors and teaching assistants who were able to help me along the way. And so I think it's important for me to give back and do the same and help others. And so I really, look forward to getting to know you and finding out what makes you unique so that we can help you get into your dream school. And so I cannot wait to help you with this process.